welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Vanessa. I am been MIA for like the past few months, or should I say for like a whole year, I guess you could say, because I just had my first baby and he is now 5 months old. So I kind of wanted to talk about my labor and delivery. I've been slacking on it because I was supposed to do it last month, but I've just been busy with him. He's taken up most of my time, like a baby would. And yeah, I just want to get my little story down so that way my family can see this. I never really talked about it to anybody, so I want to actually just put it out there so everybody just knows how my story went, how I felt after I had him, and how my husband felt. So let's get it going. But before we talk about it, I do want to bring up something. So I recently had problems pretty much producing milk, and I was doing good at first when I first had my son, but then as like the months went by, I just slacked on it and I lost most of my supply. And what I came up and researched was the Milky Mama, the emergency brownies here, and they're packed with protein. They have everything in like the ingredients that you would pretty much get out of anything else, like oatmeal. I think it's like oatmeal, like herbal stuff, egg, soybean, cephalic acid, coca, and yeast. I think there's barley in here as well. And these actually saved me, and I kid you not, it took me a while just to eat up maybe like a week's worth of these, and I actually saw a difference. So far, I'm almost done with my box. I might have to get another one. You can subscribe to auto shipment if you want, and you get, I think, 12 little brownies like this, and they come in little packets, and you're supposed to only eat one a day. That's all they recommend, is one a day. But yes, this is what I'm going to snack on while we talk about my labor and delivery. So let's get started. Okay, so I had a cephalic version done. I think it was September like 30th or somewhere around there. I went the 28th, and my son was breached, and he was weighing way more than what he was supposed to. So I had that done. My doctor could not turn my baby, so I was really scared. I had the whole epidural in, everything. He had to turn me. He would not turn the baby until I got an epidural. So when that was happening, my husband was so scared. My doctor was like, literally, I'm laying on the bed and I don't feel nothing. I'm like numbed down. My doctor's like literally trying to turn the baby, and you could see him shaking. He was like literally. And I was just laying there. I don't know whether to look at him, turn away. I was looking at my husband. He's just like so freaked out. It was like so hilarious to see his face, but I couldn't feel anything, and he was like struggling to get the baby to turn. And I guess he had previous customers that had fought him because of the pain, so that's why he recommended epidural. So he told me, he saw me the next day and told me at my appointment, and told me, chances are we're gonna have to induce your labor. We're gonna have to do a C-section on you. So my son, his due date was October 19th, literally the day before my birthday. And he was born on October 9th. So when my doctor wanted to induce him because he was breached, he was literally gonna do it the Monday, October the 14th, I believe. So chances are, he said, if he comes earlier, that's fine. If not, we'll have to induce you till the 14th. It's like, okay. Funny thing, the day, I think it was the weekend, because we have like a car show here for like a whole week. My sister-in-law was here. She was here visiting us and everything, and she was hoping that he would come the week that she was here, the weekend that she was here. And literally it was the day that she went back to New Orleans because her flight was over there. And it was on a Monday. It was on a Monday. And I was literally getting ready because I had texted my husband. My sister-in-law had already went back. I texted my husband. I was like, hey, how does enchiladas sound? And he's like, yeah, that sounds bomb. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna go get ready. I'm gonna get the stuff. So normally when I get ready, I don't even put my makeup on or anything. I just throw something on and I go. When you're pregnant, you don't even care. At that point, I was already heavy. That I was just like, my leg, my feet were swollen. No. I would throw some clothes on and go. Luckily, when I get ready, I was just dragging, taking my time, whatever. I wasn't gonna go right away. Literally, I'm getting ready. My mom had called me and I didn't realize I missed her call, so I called her back. It was like literally 1:27. She had called me at like, I want to say it was like 1:19 or somewhere around there. 1:27, I called her back. Hey mom, what are you doing? It's a phone call, it wasn't FaceTime. And I'm in the corner of my kitchen right there, by my counter. She's like, oh, telling me, I think she was just telling me what she was doing and asking me what I was doing. And I'm like, just, listening to her, and I didn't get a chance to stay hearing her, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. She's like, quiet, she didn't say anything. And I'm like, oh my God, Mom, my water broke. She's quiet, and she's like, you're lying, it's a prank. And I'm like literally, I didn't mean to yell at her, and I was like, Mom, I'm not freaking joking, my water just broke. And she's like, she's thinking, I guess she's trying to process it in her head, and she's like, we'll call Mo, and blah blah. And I'm like, she's like, or call your doctor, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go, I gotta hang up with you. So I'm calling my husband. He doesn't answer because he had told me before. I think he was going to a meeting or he was gonna be busy or something. And so I'm calling him, and I'm trying to find like this paper roster that he had of like the people hired them, the people lower than him. And I call my mother-in-law and she's like, hey Vanessa, what's going on? And I'm like, good. My water broke. She's like, no, you're kidding, for real? I'm like, yes. And then she's like, oh my God. She goes, you gotta call Mo. And I'm like, well, I'm by myself here. I told her, I was like, I'm by myself. And I don't know. She goes, well, sit down. I'm like, I can't sit down because the water was gushing out of me ever since like my water broke. It felt like a faucet, like if it was not like a high running faucet, like maybe like normal running water, like that. And literally my whole kitchen was covered. It looked like it was flooded, like maybe my faucet broke or something on the bottom. I don't know. So I'm standing there and I don't want to walk because I keep leaking. And I give her the roster to my husband. I'm like, call these people above him because anybody below is probably not going to know where he's at. So she calls and she's calling and everything. And somehow she got a hold of him. And then I'm standing around and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I was thinking about calling my neighbor because he was home. His wife had just recently had a baby. So I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then the other neighbor wasn't home. It was like Monday, so it's like everybody's working. And I'm just standing there, just waiting and calling and trying to call people. And I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I'm just thinking to myself, you know what, I'm gonna get my bag ready. I'm just gonna go by myself, and my husband can meet me later. I texted them on my work. They're like, oh, do you want us to give you a ride? I'm like, no. I'm waiting for my husband. He probably will be here soon. And so finally my husband calls me. I'm on my way. I'm coming. I'm almost there. I'm like, okay. I'm standing there. Literally, we didn't leave the house till like 3 o'clock. It was like 2 at the most, 2 o'clock. We're getting to the hospital. My husband's like, you know, calling his dad and calling his brother, telling everybody, you know, the baby's coming today. And I was calm. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't anything. I was just kind of like, oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. So we're getting to the hospital, you know, we go through registration. Right away, they take me to the back. They tell me to gown up, lay down in the bed. We had our own room. And literally, they're over here injecting me everywhere, giving me my IV. I guess I had to have like 3 bags of IV go through me before they even did anything. My doctor was on vacation. He usually was always off on Wednesdays. And literally, I think, yeah. So I made the mistake. I didn't have my baby on Monday. I had my baby on Wednesday. It was on a Wednesday. And my doctor was off on Wednesdays. So when that was happening, I was just kind of nervous, like, who's going to be my doctor? I don't know. So my husband had called my doctor and called the nurse and told him that I was going into labor. So they said, okay, the doctor's not in today, we'll have the other doctor cover. So the other doctor, you know, he was really amazing. He was really funny, silly, whatever. He came into my room and I kind of got nervous because I was like, I don't know this doctor, you know, I don't know how he is. He comes in all like, hey girl, you know, we're about to have a baby, huh, and blah, blah, blah. Well, all we're going to do is give you a bikini cut. It's going to be this big, you know, and, you know, it's going to go smoothly. Don't be nervous, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, oh, he's not so bad after all. So my husband had said that my sister-in-law was coming from New Orleans. She took a round. She came all the way over here. She just made it on time before they took me back to the surgery room. So that was going on. Things were rushing through my head, and I'm like, they had me already. My husband was gowned up. I was, you know, gowned up. They had my husband wait so they could put the epidural in me and everything like that. So this is my second epidural. And when I was there, I see this guy, and I'm like, hi. I think I was just like out of it already. I was just like, hi. This guy literally looked like, what's that guy from Captain America? I don't even remember his name. The guy from Captain America. Yeah, literally reminded me of him. I'm like, wow. I was like, you look like the guy from Captain. I didn't tell him, but I was just kind of like in my mind. I'm like, I don't know the guy's name. I didn't want to feel stupid. So he was there. They called my husband in. They already had me out like this, covered sheet, you know, so I couldn't see. Literally, when all this was happening, my husband like was holding my hand because I had my hands out. I couldn't like move them, so I was like, I had my hands out. He was holding my hand. And I kid you not, they gave me the epidural. I was already numbing up, whatever. When the guy that gave me the epidural, he had given me the epidural for the cephalic version, which is when they were turning the baby when he was breached. He had told me, oh, can you feel this? And I'm like, no, I don't feel anything. Okay, and then, so they were already gonna start, you know, the process. Funny thing, I already knew when they were cutting me because the light that had all the billion bulbs in them, the surgery light, I could literally see from the glare when they were already cutting me. So I wasn't scared, but I was like, oh my God, they're cutting me, but I don't feel it. Like, that was my thought in my head. I didn't even tell my husband that I could see it because I didn't want them to be like, oh, don't look, or they'll probably move the light, or I don't know. But it was a big old light. I don't think they would be able to move that light. So they were the guy was like, okay, they're cutting me already. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, which I already see it up there, obviously. I'm watching. And then I turn and look at my husband. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I feel like pressure, and they weren't tugging. They were just, I just felt like kind of like a pressure, like I was kind of like moving a little bit. But since I was pinned down, I couldn't like move all crazy and everything. So they were doing that. My husband's looking at me, he goes, it's okay, you'll be fine. I'm like, I'm fine, I'm just chilling, you know, like, you know, whatever. the doctor's cracking jokes, they're all cracking jokes, and it was making me feel more comfortable. I wasn't nervous. So my doctor, well, the doctor had told me, oh, you know, it's getting close. We're, you know, he's, you know, we're finding him. He's like there. Right away, when I was looking up, I could see all the blood. I could see everything. It's like, I don't know. I wasn't scared, but I could feel the tugging, like pressure. And you could see all these hands and everything when I was looking up at the glare. And for sure, you know it, they tell my husband, hey Dad, you can look over. My husband gets up and he looks over and kind of put the little thing a little bit down, the little cover, so he can see. They put the cover down so he can see, and then I look up. Right away, I see his butt first come out. They're pulling him out. I see him, and I'm just kind of like, okay, he's gonna cry when you hear him cry. It took like maybe at the most like a full minute for him to start crying, and I was like, why is he not crying? Why is he not crying? He started crying, and I was like, okay, what a relief. Funny thing, they did not show me him, so I was a little like, okay, when am I gonna see my baby? Like, when am I gonna see him? My husband got to go all the way over there to see him on that table warmer where they had placed the baby on. They weigh him and everything. I'm just waiting, and then the doctor goes, okay, we're gonna start closing you up and everything. I was like, okay. They're like, are you doing okay? And I'm like, yeah. So the guy that I literally call Captain America is like standing, I'm laying down, right? He's standing right like above my head right here. And he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, giving him his face, and I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Literally, for him to look like the guy from Captain America, it was like, I wanted to tell him, but no, he probably gets to the law, I'm not even gonna say anything. But I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. So, they're over there, my husband's taking pictures, he's, you know, with the baby. And they're done sewing me up. And I asked the doctor, because I can hear stapling. So I hear stapling, and he's like, and I'm like, oh, I hear staples, are you stapling me? And he goes, yeah, they're kind of like staples, but you know, they're gonna evaporate. They evaporate in a few days, so it's nothing bad. We're not gonna have to take them out or anything. I'm like, oh, okay. I was just wondering. He goes, oh, okay. So all that was happening, and oh my god, they made me feel so comfortable. It was like the funniest thing, the cracking jokes and everything. It just made me feel good. Like, I wasn't scared when I went in there. When they were rolling me back to the surgery room, I was literally like, oh my god, this is a surgery room. It was cold too, so once they numbed me, I didn't feel nothing. And then they covered me with a blanket, so I wasn't just like, you know, like naked, because I was completely naked obviously before they covered me up. So that was happening, and then when they were done, they put the curtain down, they finished me, they brought the baby to me. And when I saw him, I was just like, oh my god, this is my baby. Like, I was just quiet, just like looking at him like, this is my baby. Like, my husband was right there standing there and taking pictures. They took a picture of us together, which I never posted because I looked like I was drugged up or something. And my nostrils were all showing. But anyway, they rolled us back to the room. They took the baby so they can do his footprints and everything, his little shots and stuff. And my sister-in-law was in the room. She was just so excited to see him. She was holding him. It was amazing. The amazing experience. I was excited for her to see him because she was really anxious for him to come around the time that she was here with us. She got lucky. So, honestly, when we were in the back room, and I want to tell you the full on end, everything. when they took me back, they had to put me on another bed. So they had to transfer me from my surgery bed to like my actual bed that goes into my room, because it's like a much thinner, smaller room, bed. They transferred me over. But I was struggling because I still had the epidural in me. So they had told me, we're gonna help you move over, but you need some of that, your strength to move yourself over too. I was like, okay. So I'm trying, and I'm like so paralyzed that I'm like, I couldn't. Literally, when they had the baby on the little table over there, the warmer, my sister-in-law and my husband were looking. They were looking at them move me over. Funny thing, it's like a little puppy pad they had underneath me. When I was moving over, literally my bed was covered in blood. Covered in blood. My husband's face and my sister-in-law, their faces were like this. They're like, that's a lot of blood. That's a lot of blood. I can hear it under their voices, like, that's a lot of blood. And I'm looking at them, and I kind of looked, and I was like, dang, that's a lot of blood, but I didn't care. I was just like, whatever. I was just out of it. I didn't even care. So when they moved me over, I was good. They kind of took everything they needed off of me. They told me they're going to keep the epidural in me for a little while, just so that way, because I just had surgery, they didn't want me to feel the pain. So my son was getting his stuff done. He got his little bath. They had to move me out from to another room, a smaller room, which I was kind of disappointed about because we had no room to walk around or anything. And my son was literally born October the 9th of 2019 at 6:38 p.m. Kid you not, the epidural, it feels like a bee sting. Really bee sting, which my the guy that put it in me was telling me, like, it's gonna feel like a bee sting. I already knew at the fact when I got the epidural, my baby woke up. I knew the fact that when I got the epidural, I already knew. They told me to lean over, and I was like, I already knew what it was gonna feel like. So when they put it in, I was just like, ugh. And then they put the medicine in and you feel fine. So the only thing is when they stick that needle in is the one that really stings and it hurts. My little baby. Let me go check the one, guys. So my son is a precious little boy, and we named him TJ for short, and it is spelled for Tiberius Jacob. And my husband decided the first name and I decided the second name. So that's how we decided on that name, and it took us forever to decide that name. But yes, our son is healthy little boy. He was 8 pounds total, and I think it was 20.5 inches long. And he was a big baby. I don't know how he fit in my little body, but yeah. And the very next day, I was feeling the pain of my incision. I was feeling the pain. The nurses told me I needed to get up. I needed to get up, walk around so I don't get blood clots and this and that. My sister-in-law, thankfully, she was there. She helped me up. She was, she was patient with me when I was in the restroom, obviously, changing myself and getting up. It was a struggle. Not everybody witnesses that. I don't know why I experienced that. Maybe they just didn't give me my medicine right away like they were supposed to. I don't know. But yeah, so it was a rough time with that. She helped me. Meanwhile, she was there. And I mean, I was like that for literally a whole week, the pain, until my mom, flew in. So I mean, not everybody experiences a C-section that way, but I did. And I would be scared to do it again if I were to have another baby. I'd be scared to do it again. But at the very end, it's worth it. Once you see that little baby, it's worth it. So, my experience, my incision is actually literally, I feel like it's this big. Literally, it's this big. Instead of the doctor said it was like this big, it was literally this big. I'm thinking because he had to pull him out butt first, and it wasn't just like his head. I probably would have been a little smaller if it was just his head. But since they had to pull him out butt first, and his legs and his whole like body together came out, I think that's why he had to cut me bigger. But literally, I think with the IV for a whole week, and no, literally I think it was 3 weeks total. I had, the IV was all transferred to my feet, so all the fluids in my feet, and my feet were so swollen that I had swollen feet since I was like almost 7 months pregnant, and that fluid never went. My feet were swollen for 7 months since I was 7 months pregnant. But when they gave me the IV, it was even worse. The IV was all like the fluid from in my feet. So 3 weeks after, which was 3 weeks postpartum, I was literally with fluid in my feet, and I know how to get rid of it. I tried to elevate my feet. I tried to do everything. Until my mom got there, she gave me her slides. These are like Nike slides. That, I guess the strap that covered over my foot literally pushed the fluid out. Now I know next time if I decide to have another baby, which low-key I do. I am gonna do that again if I get my fluid in my feet again. So literally the experience is good. My postpartum took me a while because I was so scared to put on a girdle, a waist trainer, or anything, because I didn't want it to irritate that area, which it did irritate when I started to put it back on. It did irritate. I couldn't wear jeans or anything. So it's taking me a little bit longer to go back to normal. But yes. I would rate a C-section, like my experience with C-section, to be like a 10 out of 10, because literally it's like a 15-minute process, and literally you're done. You don't have to go through, labor or anything. So I was in labor for a little while. I think it was from 3 hours before I had him. And I honestly think C-section is quicker. You don't have to be struggling through labor for like 24 hours, 36 hours, 9 hours, I don't know, whatever, how everybody experienced that before. But the healing part, I didn't like. That was that's what I hated the most. And I wasn't happy about it. But other than that, he's here, he's healthy, he's happy. He's a little too advanced of a baby. He already wants to crawl. 5 months already wants to crawl. He's closed. Yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. So that was my story. And I might have left a lot of stuff out because I'm just like everywhere. I'm all over the place. I'm trying to crack it down. But that's my story for y'all. So I will post another video soon talking about waist trainers and what I'm using with the waist trainer to lose the baby weight that I have. So I'll see you guys next time, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you want to stay in touch. Normally I'm doing this only for family, but if anybody wants to subscribe to my channel that doesn't know me and just wants to be a part of everything, go ahead. All the mommies out there, my friends that just had babies, some that are pregnant, some are trying to get pregnant. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, DM me, because a lot of people on Instagram have been messaging me, so I haven't been able to talk to anybody besides, whatever I can go through. So my messages are full, but if you have questions, just put them in there. I'll try to get to you as soon as I can. So my son's crying, so I better go. Bye, guys.